The Mowbray Volunteer Fire Department rescued some people trying to cross a creek while visiting the Blue Hole in Soddy Daisy.
Dallas Payton tells us more about the rescue and safety measures for people who plan to go to that location.
Captain Liz Weddington with the Mowbray Volunteer Fire Department says when water levels are this high, it's a danger to cross for anyone, whether if you're going or coming from the Blue Hole.
On Sunday, a group of people went to the Blue Hole, and on their way back, they realized that the creek level rose, so out of concern of safety, they called for help.
It posed a risk of them being able to be swept downstream or anything like that. The water was to a level that they could still walk. It's hard. Swift water is hard to walk in. We didn't have to deploy our raft. We did have our raft here available in order to shuttle people across, but thankfully we didn't have to use it. They walked across with the help of state parks and us.
Weddington says the group did the right thing by calling for help and suggests that others do the same if they find themselves in a similar situation.
It only takes about 2-3 inches of water to sweep you off your feet. The water may not look deep, but there are spots that are pretty deep, and your foot can get stuck in something. That water pressure will push you down. It can cause you to drown. It's not worth the risk.
To get to the Blue Hole, you have to cross the North Chickamauga Creek. When it comes to safety precautions at the Blue Hole, Weddington says if it's rained within 24 hours, it's safer to stay on the parking lot side of the creek instead of crossing over.
It can take 24 hours, sometimes even longer, for the creek to actually crest. We're getting all of the rain off the mountains, and it can be raining on top of the mountain and it not here and you not realize it.
Weddington expressed that people need to have on proper shoes when hiking to the Blue Hole and that kids need to have on life jackets as well. She says it's also good to inform someone of your whereabouts because phone service can be patchy in case of an emergency.
We have injuries from people jumping off the rock at the Blue Hole when the water is maybe a little too shallow. They get hurt. Broken legs from ankles from not wearing appropriate footwear. Unfortunately, we get snake bites, things along those lines.
She says there's anywhere from 10 to 60 rescues a year and wants to reduce that while people enjoy themselves this summer. For Local 3 News, I'm Dallas Payton.